What's up, guys, and welcome back. So if you guys were on the stream today, you know that today was probably not your ideal small cap trading day. That's why I think I only did like 3 trades today, only one of which were out on a small cap, and we can review that later in this video. We will review it later in this video, but what I want to be focusing on right in the get-go is talking about a little bit of the news, because in the trading day, and even DMC said it, in the live stream chat, was at the market open, this is not what you want to be trading, especially if you're using a larger app like TD Ameritrade or Robinhood, because these apps absolutely freeze when the market is up or down pretty much over 2%. And that's because a lot of market orders get executed at the open. We saw that today with AMC when I tried to buy the red to green move, which worked out, but I wasn't able to manage my position because for a while, nothing was going through, and it was a little bit stressful. So today I want to talk a little bit about the news. What's going on? Why is the market up so much? So let's focus on that, and then I want to talk about what I'm doing with my swing trades, because right now it looks like it's kind of a good time to take profits. I want to show you a few I've taken profits on, and also discuss a little bit of maybe focusing on what industry can we find, because right now the EV market might be a little bit overextended short term, but at the same time, there's some really, really good news coming out from the president-elect on what we could be seeing in the EV sector, and then another sector that I think is really worth talking about that we already talked about a little bit on Friday. A lot to review here today. A little bit more news focused, because overall, I think that's really what we want to be discussing more so. Because like I said before, the small cap market wasn't really too interesting today. So guys, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the content. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. We go live every morning at 9 a.m. to review the watch list and then trade the market open. So yeah, let me go to the laptop now and just, quick little reminder, since we're going to be reviewing news a little bit more than usual, let me know if you like this. It's not really something that we're going to be doing all the time, but I figured today is really the day to try it out a little bit more. So you can see here, swing trades, pretty much non-existent, or day trades, very, very low. Usually we're doing like 20 to 30, sometimes 40 day trades. And today we only traded 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And this was just closing out a swing trade. And actually this was closing out a swing trade too. So we're up around $700 today, which is pretty much closing out swing trades. And then we're actually down today $45 in our day trading account. So a little bit, it is what it is. But last week we wrapped up about $1,200 profit, which is amazing, because right now we're doing around $4,000 position sizes for a day trade. So on average for this month so far. So it's it's a nice little move in the right direction. Red days don't bother me. Red days are okay. They're part of day trading. The important part is realizing when the market's hot, when your strategy is hot, and then getting aggressive. Today it wasn't, so I tried a few times and I just said, you know what, today's not a day. So let's actually go ahead and talk about the news first, and then we could talk a little bit about the swing trade. So what's going on here? So President-elect Biden, clear winner at this point in time. He has the clear electoral votes. However, where is it? No, it's not showing here. What I do want to talk about, here it is. So Biden agenda to face challenges of a closely divided Congress. So this is something that we really need to focus on, because although Biden won, the problem is, and we'll read this section right here, it's actually quite relevant, but Biden, who secured enough votes to win the Electoral College on Saturday morning, will face a narrowly divided Congress when he takes office in January. So what is Congress? Congress is made up between the House and the Senate, right? The lower house and then the upper house, usually referred to as the House, and then the upper house as Senate. So right now the Democrats are leading, but they don't have the majority yet, right? In the Senate, it's pretty much tied here. So President-elect Biden and VP Harris, they have a quite aggressive global climate change kind of agenda here. And if we just kind of scroll down a little bit, Biden has proposed a $2 trillion plan to fight global warming that includes a vast expansion of solar and wind energy, a network of EV charging stations, and a plan to reach zero emissions by 2050. Now that's, great if you are for the world, I really think. But what I always want to be thinking about for this channel is like, how does that play into stocks? So right now, we know, and this is also something that's really important. I might as well finish it up here. But many moderate Democrats are skeptical of these plans, and Republicans have been mocking the proposal and successfully ran against the proposal in the states like Texas and South Dakota. And with a kind of split Congress here, you're kind of going to be left wondering how much change can that actually provide. So this is a huge thing. But a good thing with the overall markets, they're pretty happy because right now they say the markets are a little bit more predictable. Corporate leaders foresee a more traditional relationship with the White House with fewer surprises and then they urge the next administration to prioritize the pandemic. So it feels like with the Democrats, it seems like a lot of large businesses are more or less content. They're like, okay, well, it's going to get a little bit back into the traditional relationship, maybe less surprises, which businesses, they like consistency. They don't like uncertainty, right? A few things I do want to kind of note here is, how is the president, what's the Democratic plan to fund this $2 trillion plan? Well, first of all, there's going to be a small tax increase for the wealthy, $400,000 in income tax. Will it be increased from 39 to 39 from 36? A few more things here. Another thing that I feel like is quite important is the companies will pay more. Corporate tax will be hiked from 21 to 28%. Now, it used to be around 25% or so, but Trump lowered it. I think this is a really big thing, proposed levying taxes on companies that are moving overseas. So like the classic, Apple moving to Ireland kind of scenario, although it's clearly still an American company. Yeah, so again, here it talks about a little bit more, $2 trillion stimulus for clean energy. So that's really a big focal point of this overall campaign. I do want you guys to kind of keep track of that. Also on the ballot that you guys are aware of is a lot of cannabis stocks, right? Or not cannabis stocks, but on the ballot, you could vote for cannabis, legalizing it, decriminalizing, all that fun stuff. So right now we are kind of seeing, EVs kind of benefiting from this as well. You can go over here and you can see that our EV watch list overall is, fairly green, but it's not as green. And this is probably because EVs had a tremendous run. I mean, if we just go to Tesla, for example, you could probably argue that in the short term, this ticker is probably, the stock is probably a bit overextended, even though long term, it definitely can go up based on some of the expansion. I mean, this year or last year, I think they produced like 300,000 cars, and then by the end of 2021, they're set up for like 2.3 million cars. So it's like the production here, the expansion here. I mean, they have solar under their belt. There's so much. It's such a big company at this point. So I'm definitely long Tesla, but in the short term, with a lot of other EV companies, this thing has exploded. So I wouldn't be trying to dig through the bushes to find a EV company right now. I mean, for example, NIO just exploding here. So what I would like to do would be a little bit more focused on a sector that is a little bit depreciated, had a big run, consolidated a little bit, and now popping up. You can see here the cannabis sector is a lot hotter. I mean, we have tickers like SNDL, which debatable. I mean, long-term wise, this one's very questionable. I probably wouldn't be trading or investing myself. And so you have sub dollars like SNDL, and then you have a little bit more legit companies. APVO, for example, that is absolutely exploding here, and finding huge support roughly at 40. We're talking about this zone quite a lot pre-market. Big bounce off of 40, big bounce off of 40. So is it going to be the new low here at 40? Is it going to keep breaking higher? So this has already been a 5-day rally on these kind of stocks. So I think this is an interesting industry that I think I would want to be following up on a little bit more. We already talked about it on Friday a little bit, and it reminds me a lot in March when a lot of coronavirus stocks, biotechs were running because of possible vaccine news, right? So that's exactly what we're seeing right now with, I think, cannabis. I think, it could just be getting started on a kind of multi-week, multi-month kind of bullish trend. Now, obviously, this could easily pull back to 20, but once it consolidates here, maybe it's going to have a continuation. So a lot of these tickers I want to be kind of focused on here. So you guys, if you are interested in learning more about swing trading, day trading, don't forget to subscribe. Again, we go live every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A few more things. So if you go to companies like, Carnival Cruise Lines. Check out these spikes. Oh man, this computer is a little slow today. Carnival Cruise Lines just exploding here. I mean, huge day. If you guys check out our gap scanner, it's mind blowing. There's just so much going on here. Usually this thing, there's like 3 stocks on it. So it's a hot day. American Airlines, for example, big move here. Jets, ETF on airlines. Let's see if it loads. Yeah, a lot of stuff moving up here. And you might be wondering, why? What is going on here? Well, Pfizer and BioNTech, the 2 companies working, Pfizer, the American company, and then BioNTech, the German company with the coronavirus vaccine that they were getting close to. Apparently, it looks like it's going to be much better. So there was like a 40% kind of certainty or effectiveness kind of presumed for this vaccine. Now it's already at it came out that it's at 90%. And this shows that we might have a vaccine coming out much sooner, and the stocks are absolutely exploding on that news. BYND, that's Beyond Meat, BioNTech, BYN, I forgot the ticker, but I think that company's up like 30% today. So yeah, just exploding all around here. And then one thing I do want to finish up here before we kind of wrap up is the employment report, also looking really good. I don't know if you guys were checking out. This comes out the first of every first week of every month, and I think it's a Thursday or a Friday. But a quick takeaway here on the report is the unemployment rate declined to 6.9%. That's a new low, not necessarily this year, but pretty much since the spike in the corona epidemic when it was over 14%. So now you can see the unemployment rate has declined quite substantially. So that's really good news there. So we kind of have now a bit more security with, everyone kind of understands what's going to be going on with the government. I think people like that. We have, cannabis tickers having pretty much the green light to innovate, sell more. You have EV stocks and a lot of solar companies that have the ability to maybe benefit from this kind of $2 trillion that the Democrats want to pump into the economy to help green energy. But at the same time, I think short term, they already are quite overextended. But this is still good news across the board. But, how are we kind of treating this news? Well, honestly, on a lot of tickers, we've had beautiful bounces. And what I've been doing is just kind of cleaning up here today a little bit. For some reason, TD Ameritrade isn't loading stuff. I mean, you can see here, show trades is selected, and my trades aren't showing up. So this is a classic day where the market's moving too much and TD Ameritrade doesn't work. So that's why I wasn't really aggressive on trading today. Anyway, RXT, I mean, this is a perfect example. This ticker had a beautiful run, and we closed out this trade today at around 1782, so roughly near the high right now. RKT, we closed this one out pre-market today at 2260. This was another example. If we just go here to the 1 minute chart, oh, my trade just popped up for a second there. So RKT, we sold this one at 2260. I think that was somewhere here in this area. The chart should update at one point, but right now it's not. So yeah, just kind of across the board, closing out some swing trades. With our swing trade portfolio, we have a few more. KCAC is another one I'm kind of waiting to close out. HYLN, this is probably the pain of so many people. But right now it actually pulled back, and it is looking like it might continue here. So I would like to see a break of 25. GE, which is a little bit one of our better ones. This one had a huge nice break of $8 today. So this ticker is running. So we have a lot of kind of swing trades or a lot of stocks that have been suppressed for a long time, and they're all breaking out higher. And it's really exciting to see stuff like this. So, just know that right now you want to be kind of adjusting the plan a little bit more and thinking about, what's a hot industry, where can I find some upside potential. And that's why I kind of wanted to focus this video a little bit more on talking about, what are some of the bigger policies coming into check. So drop a like, guys, if you enjoy this kind of a little bit more news focused recap video, because talking about small caps today just isn't really that important. And I think taking a step back and seeing the bigger picture here is really worth noting. CVS, I want to quickly point out this company. We did trade it, but at the same time, oh man, I'm kicking myself in the butt about this one. So this is a ticker on the live stream where we talked about multiple times. You can see here down at 55, there was huge support coming in. I was waiting for the break of 55, but it didn't do it, and it shot up here. A few things about this company. They beat Q3 revenues. That's big, and they have a new CEO, Karen Lynch. She has a great track record, so looking good for CVS here. So yeah, overall, I think these are some really, really important things to keep track of, specifically with the presidential results and what does that mean for the next 4 years. Again, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think are some important news. Do you think I missed anything here? I would love to know, and we could discuss it further in the comments below. That's everything for this video, though. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Oh yeah, ONTC. Why not talk about this one quickly? Because this was ultimately my biggest loser for the day. ONTC. You can see that little day trade here. Let's see if the trades actually pop up for this one. Come on. Well. There you go, ONTC, there you go, TD Ameritrade just being like, nope, do not want to work anything today. So a little bit stressful trying to use this app today. Oh well, you know what? Let's just wrap it up here. Again, you guys could check out the trade in real time on the recap video. That's going to be always linked in these recaps or in the live stream that we did today. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow for the live stream. Like always, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.